after show here on the Stream.TV Fan Show Network. I'm your host, Sinead DeFries, and I'm live with my pretty little talkers here at the stream, ready to talk all about the season finale.
Oh my God.
I can't
believe
we're
saying
that.
I can't believe we're here.
Like,
I feel like I'm still in a dream. Like, did we just seriously find out who A is? Did we seriously just get all of that information? Like, does anyone just feel like they took the SATs? Because my mind is blown.
Yeah, for real. Let's tell everybody who you are, though. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. What's up?
It's Ashley, Megan, and Stephanie.
What up,
I know we're so freaking stoked to get started and talk about this, you guys. Rachel Watkins, I said I would give you my life if you were right. So
I guess we're gonna kill you now, Sinead, and sacrifice you to Rachel.
You know, Rachel,
you can have all of me.
And I do have to say that we did bring up the transgender theory, you know, before, and then we kind of thought, okay, maybe are we taking it too far? Are we thinking too hard about this? I mean, guys, all of your theories out there were so amazing, and any single one of them could have been true, and we all worked so hard. But yeah, let's talk about like the fact of, are we satisfied? Are we not satisfied? Like,
honest to God, I was thinking when people shouted out Toby is A, when people shouted out Wilden, Lucas, the parents, one of the liars, nothing thrilled me as much as thinking about CeCe Drake being A, with the CeCe Drake as a acronym for Charles De Laurentiis, right?
Yeah, exactly. Because we saw when, remember the car that came out of that box? It had the CD initials. You know, when we suspected that it was Charles's old stuff, and you know, we had the initial CD. We thought maybe that could be CeCe Drake. Honestly, I don't know how I feel. There was so much information in this episode. I'm still trying to digest it. Like, we just watched it, and like, here we are.
Yeah.
My gosh, there was a lot. And the reason I didn't think that the transgender theory was going to work, I was like, this theory, like, we're like, and this happened, and this happened, and this. I was like, there's no way that like this extravagant theory is true. But I guess it is.
Initially, I thought the transgender theory was too obvious.
Yeah.
But after they played it out, so many things made sense because of that, I felt more satisfied than I thought I actually would.
But the only thing that didn't make sense, and the whole reason why I thought they were going to botch the transgender theory, is that CeCe and Jason dated. And I was like, that wouldn't work. Guys, in all honesty, I did fall in love with CeCe tonight. I did fall in love with her story, and I do feel incredibly horrible for her. However, I cannot get over the fact that her and Jason dated. I think that's incredibly gross.
Barfalicious.
Super barf.
Super
all right,
barf.
so I'm gonna go ahead and be like, very cute, you guys, very cute. Yeah. But like, let's be real. There are so many different answers that we did not get that we were expecting tonight. And I only hope to God that when we come back in January, that those things are going to be tied up, because the way that this leads off, or ends off, excuse me, is there's the girls saying, he's after you.
Yeah.
I swear to you, if we don't go back and explain every single thing that we didn't get an answer to in relation to CeCe being A, this will be a disappointing finale for me.
There are so many holes, and Meg, you brought up the point that you felt bad for CeCe. I didn't feel bad for her.
No.
I understand being upset, but to take it to that extreme, and I still don't get why she was after the girls. Like, the
motive wasn't big enough. It almost makes it seem like CeCe is more crazy than tormented, because I was thinking, okay, this transgender theory, props to ABC Family for freaking pulling that envelope off.
And pushing the envelope.
Because we were like, you know, they're not going to do it. Like, that's a little touchy. That's a little touchy, but that's amazing. That's honestly amazing that they went ahead and did it. But I wish almost that, like, there were a point in time where she was like talking to Mr. D's like crazy lifeless body, saying, you didn't visit me, not once. And I was like, damn, that's sad. That is sad. But then they should have kept going with that. Like, we should have seen more of CeCe in that instead of her being psychotic.
That's why I agree with Meg, and I'm on team I feel bad for CeCe, not because I'm like, yeah, it's justified all the stuff you did to the girls, but because freaking CeCe was shoved in Radley her whole life because she was trying to help her little sister and shoved her in the hot bath water.
But whose fault is that? That's my thing. It's because she didn't spend the last 6 years, I'm sorry. She didn't spend the last 5-6 years tormenting her dad, the only person that really ruined her life. She spent the last 5 years tormenting those 4 girls.
Well, here's what I think happened to CeCe. CeCe was clearly never crazy. Charles was never crazy.
Bethany was
a crazy bitch.
Crazy.
But I think being in Radley all those years only naturally would make someone crazy.
Yeah,
if you're going to be in a
absolutely.
mental hospital surrounded by people,
we saw it happen to Mona.
Right.
But that's what I'm saying, all those little things that they could have played on. Like, we could have seen her self-destruct in Radley a little bit more.
But you also have to think about this. Literally, she had nothing to look forward to. When she found out that she was going to be going to UPenn, how excited was Cece?
Yeah.
The fact when Mona came in, it was something new, it was something interesting, and all of a sudden Mona had this game.
Right.
It was something that Cece could invest her life in.
Because that's her way to get close
That was
to
her
the
And
way.
I feel like they were trying to insinuate that Mona, in her drugged up state, had told Cece how awful those girls were, and that was what fueled that. I just wish that they went into that a little bit more.
Totally
And granted,
agree.
they didn't have enough time. Let's be real,
true.
you guys. They were
Luckily,
trying
they have
to piece
another
together.
season.
Well,
Yeah.
another
To piece
thing
it
that
together.
fueled the hate fire from Pitch Perfect when she has that, never mind, I
Oh.
was just stealing the line.
Got
But
it.
another thing that fueled her hate fire was when, I wish I could say it like
Over
Rebel
that.
Wilson.
Fueled her hate fire.
Fueled her hate fire was when the girls were like, they didn't seem like they missed Allie enough when Allie was supposedly dead.
Yes.
And that
She
really
said-
got Cece mad.
And you saw that a little bit when Cece pulled out that doll out of her drawer, which is the first
she's
time I
crazy.
saw, like,
Yeah.
oh, she's a little nuts. The girl is a little
But it's kind of really making me angry, I must say, guys, because like I still don't think that you treating the girls and everyone this way, I don't see that you're valid. Your actions are valid. Because like, sure, I feel bad for you, but it's like when someone goes to jail. When you come out, you shouldn't just go crazy on people because you've been in jail this whole time. Like, I don't know.
Maybe that's the genius of it, is it's up to us to decide whether or not we side with Cece or not.
Yeah.
Like whether or not we can see it and understand it and feel for it, if we've become so invested in these four girls that we're like, how freaking dare you try to justify all of this? And then when Cece's like, I couldn't trust Mona. I mean, the girl tried to hit Hannah with her car, and that was supposedly her best friend. And Mona's like, oh my God, I'm so sorry.
And Hannah's like,
how
it's
angry
okay.
did you get at that moment too? I was like, oh my gosh,
Right.
like Hannah hit her. Like,
Right.
get angry, because those four girls just don't seem like they deserved it. They just don't deserved all of that. But going forward a little bit to talk about a relationship that I am so grateful we got to see tonight, and the only reason I am on board with this Cece theory is because of her and Mrs. De Laurentiis. That was so special in so many ways.
I went from not liking Mrs. D to actually really loving Mrs. D. Her love for Charles, but almost a little too much, because then, you know, she'd go ahead and bury her own daughter.
Exactly.
I think that was to show you just how twisted Mrs. D was.
Right.
Like, she almost felt like she owed something to Cece, you know?
And I will say that even though I love Mrs. D, it's like a love-hate relationship, because not only did Radley make Cece crazy, but also Mrs. D did too, pretending that she was dead and telling her own father that she had died. Like, that's gotta
and showing
mess a
Cece
person
it's
up.
okay to cover up murder,
And you
and
even
it's
said,
okay
you saw
to
Charles say this line to Bethany on the roof, like, my mom says the only good thing, or something about a lie. Like, it just goes to show you what kind of example you had growing up.
She watched her mom bury her sister, right?
Yes.
She watched her mom bury her sister and was made to believe, like, well,
it was sort of her fault, so she gets sent away.
Yeah, like, and not only that, she's not taking responsibility for it, even though it wasn't an accident. I mean, even though it was an accident, she's not supposed to take responsibility for it. Mrs. D is going to cover this up, send her on her merry little way, and say, you know what, at this point, it's probably best if you go back to Radley. We tie this up right here.
Because that makes her life so much easier. Then Mrs. D can just go on with her life.
But it doesn't really explain. Oh, sorry, go.
No,
There's so much going on in my head.
I know, there's so much going on in the show. Can we rewind for a second, though, to the email that Mrs. D got, right? Was it an email that Mrs. D got?
I think she sent it. I think
we all know what you're going to say. And
she said, I can't protect you anymore.
Right.
So why could Mrs. D no longer protect Cece anymore?
True.
Is that
That's
because
true.
Kenneth found out? Because then I'm like, well, why didn't Cece kill Kenneth?
Hey, I think you're onto something,
think
because maybe
either-
that's why Kenneth killed, or I'm guessing here, but I think Mr. D may have killed Mrs. De Laurentiis.
Yeah, and it's possible that he could have killed Mrs. D. The only thing that I'm not 100% sure is about that he seemed genuinely worried that Charles was back. And like now his guilt and his fear makes sense, because he knows that if anybody was going to be like a target, you know, if anybody had pissed Charles off, it would be him. So he was
Yeah,
like,
totally.
oh crap, Allie, get your
to the
stuff.
motel.
We're going. We're getting the hell out of here because my son hates me and he's gonna kill you. Let's go.
But that would imply though that Kenneth knew that his son actually wasn't crazy and that it was his own
Right, which I
mistake
don't
that
buy.
he sent him in Radley.
Yeah, which I don't
is
buy.
Weird.
I don't
No,
buy.
but I don't think, and getting a little deep here, I don't think it's the fact that Kenneth literally thought that Charles was crazy. I mean, it's unfortunate, but he was probably ashamed, which he shouldn't have been. But he was probably, I mean, here he is. He has a son playing with dolls, playing Tea Party, and he was. It probably got him so angry, which is the saddest part.
Okay,
Right.
so we're acknowledging that it wasn't that he put it wasn't.
I mean, that was a
it
little
wasn't
sketch. Dropped a child.
Yeah,
in
that
the
he
water.
dropped it in the
No,
water.
Cece made it seem like she said, you know, I think that was all that Dad could do. Ever since I was little, I like to dress up. I want dresses. Dad never let me. He didn't want me to.
Yeah.
So Mr. D's issue was more with the fact that his son was a girl in like.
It's just so hard for me to comprehend that because
Yeah.
I can't see how someone would be so like heartless and
But that's life. That's a real
irrational and
situation.
to send their own child away for that.
And
like,
we also
that's
have to
crazy
remember,
me.
supposedly this was like years ago. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not in the now
Yeah.
where we're, you know, it's a big topic and everyone's becoming so accepting of it, and it's amazing.
Yeah.
But like this was, you know, how many years ago?
Yeah.
Like 20 years ago.
Right.
Or so.
I am happy though that we're all on the same page. That you shouldn't get sent to Radley for
Yeah.
trying to drown or kill your sibling. Flashback to when I was little. I'm just saying this not to be like super weird.
She
but
was
like,
well, I
my
swear
gosh.
she
to
wasn't
God.
trying to even drown her. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah, and back in the day, I'm just saying, little kids are weird. They do weird things. It doesn't mean they need to go to Radley.
Oh dear God
okay?
Almighty, what are you gonna say?
My sister couldn't
After I
swim,
YouTube
and
how to make out, I then
tried to quote drown my sister, but not in a bad way. I would splash her with water in the pool. I'm not kidding. So she would like flounder, and then she'd cling to me, and I liked when she clinged to me because I was like, "You love me," and so I did it out of love. I know that sounds weird, but
You
I
are
swear
a
on
you
my
Cece
life.
sound
Drake.
like
You are a
sound like
Cece
you
Drake.
belong on PLL right now.
You guys, can we?
What the hell are you talking about?
No.
It wasn't out of anger. Do you see the point I'm
You're like, I
making?
tried to quote drown her, but like not in a bad way.
clinged to me
Like, I
because
didn't try
she
to drown
couldn't-
her badly. I
she
tried
It
to
was
drown
from
her
a good place because
She
I
couldn't
wanted my
breathe.
sister's love. It was
Yeah.
just
No,
like
I understand. It
Cece
was-
was from a good place. She wanted to help her sister.
Right, and I understand that. I mean, the reality of the situation is it's what siblings do. Like, I have a sister, you have a sister, you have a brother. You
We
have
get
a
it.
sibling,
It's like
like,
we
we
never
get
do.
it.
Well, what I will say, my sister is watching now, and her and I are complete opposites. She is gorgeous, tall, brunette.
As if
Oh,
you're
God.
like
Yeah.
No, I'm not saying I'm
What are
not
you talking
like
about?
pretty,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying she's very pretty. But we used to pretend we were twins, and we're not even the same age. We look nothing alike. She would like slouch a little. I would stand. It was weird. We thought we were twins, but hey,
Kids do weird
things.
Yeah,
Kids do weird things,
They
moral.
do. It's
Yeah.
like a sibling thing that you can't understand. Regardless, though, I think that whole flashback and them explaining that whole thing was good because
Yeah.
we were like, holy crap, Charles is nuts, you know, trying
Yeah.
to drown his baby sister. And then Mr. D was like, what is wrong with you? I think he was more angry about the fact that his son was a girl playing with dolls, all this stuff. And
Yeah.
when anything that Charles did that could have been bad,
He was ready to
harped
go.
on it because
It's
he was
pissing
like,
me off.
yeah,
Like
and
I can't let go of it because
and
it's
it
so
should
crazy
piss
to
you
me.
off. That's the
It's
whole
so
point.
crazy
That's what
to
they
me.
were trying to go for. It should piss you off because that's not okay.
Yeah.
As a parent, that's not okay.
No, it's insane.
And like, I wish they would have played that up just a little bit more.
Yeah.
Because I think just a little bit more, I would have been like, props to you, Cece.
Yeah,
Go ahead and kill
totally,
everybody.
totally.
You
You're so
deserve
right.
it.
Kill the whole
Right,
town
you're
of
so
us.
right.
You know what else was crazy was freaking Bethany pushing Marion Kavanaugh off the building.
Yes.
I know.
Yes.
Oh my
yes.
God. What
I
did
loved
she-
it.
What-
Honestly, I loved it.
I'm
It
upset
blew
that
my
Bethany
mind.
is dead
Why
because
did you
I want to
love
know
it?
more of her story.
It was just so
She's
dramatic.
almost as crazy
It
as
was
Leslie
dramatic.
freaking Stone, you guys.
I know, but wait, why do
Alright.
you love it? Because do we know, like, what did poor Marion do?
No, I love it
It's
because it's so
awful.
crazy.
But the storyline
Okay.
is so
Crazy.
good. It's such a twist. I was like, all right, well then, if Cece is A, I said, I guarantee you, Cece hit Allie thinking it was Bethany,
Yeah.
right? I said that.
That
I'm
was
like,
a twist. The only
Guarantee
thing,
it. But hold on, really quick. I'm sorry
Okay.
before I lose my train of
No,
thought.
go.
I thought that they were gonna say that. Like, shoot. I thought they were going to say, I lost it.
oh,
There
girl,
goes.
sorry. Didn't we
Fine.
see Cece in a yellow top that night, though? That's what's confusing me.
Oh,
so
we
was she in a
did.
yellow top
She
underneath
stole
her?
She stole.
So Bethany
Yeah.
was in a yellow top. Allison was.
Bethany stole Cece's clothes, I thought.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Cece
After,
had
But
identical
then didn't we
clothes
see
from
Sarah
Allie.
in a yellow top, too?
yeah, after. Yeah.
Because
So
they
there's
were working
4
together.
people with yellow tops.
They were working together.
It made it seem like Cece made it seem like. Remember how Cece was hanging out with Melissa talking about the NAT Club, which at this point
still
we're
don't
led to
know.
believe that the NAT Club has no relevance to the show whatsoever.
But people are remembering
That-
it
You
and
love
they're
it.
talking about
You
it.
love
And I saw a
NAT
bunch
Club.
of tweets about like,
Yeah,
what about
because
the
No,
NAT
but
NAT
that
Club
Club?
bothers
was
me.
so amazing,
They
and I
need
wish
to bring that
Yeah,
back
bring it
around.
back.
I
Like,
thought they were going to when we saw Ian with the camera.
Yeah.
I thought that they were going to
because
bring
the
it back.
NAT Club had nothing to do with Mona, has nothing to do with Cece's
But
storyline.
But
So
it
it's
has
like,
everything to do with Allie's
It had
storyline.
everything to do with
Yeah.
Allie. They
Allie's
hated
storyline.
Allison because Allison had all the dirt
Yep.
on them.
Yeah.
Which when this show first started, I thought that A was going to be somebody from the NAT Club
Trying to
because,
get revenge on
well,
Allie.
I mean, technically it was, huh? I mean, let's be real.
Oh,
Wait,
yeah.
I don't get it.
Because of Cece. I mean,
Yeah.
she was
Oh,
directly
that's
related.
true,
But
that's
I mean,
true.
I thought their motive was going to be because Allie, Allie was so involved with the NAT Club. But what I was thinking when Cece was saying that Bethany lost it, I thought that that was after the fact. So after the fact, because Ian met up with Allie. Allie met up with Ezra the night that she went missing. Allie met up with so many people, and then she went back to the barn, right? Then she left again to go meet up with
Ian.
Or
Ezra.
Ezra. Ezra was the last person she met up with before she went missing. And on her way back to the house, right, that's when Mrs. D saw her.
Yeah.
So I was thinking that at that point, Cece was dressed up as A in a black hoodie, black sweats, whatever. At that point, Bethany had taken Cece's clothes. So, that was already done with, That would make sense
Oh, I
how
see.
Yes.
that yellow top
We still don't know where
belonged
Allie
to so
went.
many
We still don't know
people.
where Allie went. We still don't know where Allie went. We still
went
don't
We
to
know who
where Allie went.
A is, and it's not
I'm
Allie.
just saying,
Is
we
that
still
what
don't know
you're
where
getting?
Allie went. Like,
What
where
do
was
you mean?
she?
She went to go talk to Ezra in the car.
No, I mean, when she was missing, we still
Oh,
don't
yeah,
know where
yeah,
Allie
yeah.
went.
No, you're 100% right.
Like,
Okay,
I
she
need
could
to
still
know.
be sketchy.
I need
Wait,
to know.
really fast though, on the law.
She was with Cyrus.
Yeah.
That was a
And then-
lie.
Yeah, they
It
haven't
was a
explained-
lie.
No, it wasn't a
Explain
lie.
Cyrus.
It wasn't a lie.
No, it was a lie.
No, it wasn't a lie. She really knew Cyrus.
Oh, well, I mean, she maybe knew him, but he didn't kidnap her.
No, she
Okay,
was
well,
on the
they need to
run.
explain Cyrus.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, yeah.
please do that.
And who was the one who started sending her messages? Was that Mona right then from the beginning? So Mona helped her and
I
then
think it
sent
was
her on her
Mona.
way and then started sending her messages? And then also, Cece only became A once Mona was in Radley, right?
Yes, she stole the game to
Yeah.
get closer to Allie and closer to her life. But can we flash back really fast? We also haven't talked about Sarah.
We will
but
get there.
Oh my gosh,
really
yeah.
fast, back to the yellow top. Didn't we think that someone pointed this out on Twitter? Thank you. Didn't we think that Melissa is the one who
Yeah.
buried Bethany?
did.
And then we found out that
Yes.
Mona.
No,
killed
Mona
No,
killed
Mona
her.
did not bury Bethany. Mona
She
hit
killed-
Bethany.
She said she killed her.
Okay,
Yeah,
but
she killed her.
why?
Wait, but Melissa said that she buried
Buried her.
Right.
Allie/Bethany because she was trying to cover up her sister
Right.
killing Bethany. But now we know Mona killed Bethany. So do we
Right.
think that Melissa confused Mona
That's
with her
a good
sister?
point. That's confusing.
She didn't see anybody.
'Cause what, they both
she
have dark
just
hair?
saw Spencer
She heard an
walking
argument.
away.
She heard an
She
argument.
heard Spencer
Oh,
arguing
right.
with Allie, which we know happened.
Okay, that's why.
Then she saw Spencer walking away with the shovel.
And that's
so
why she thought
she was
that.
like, uh-oh. So when she saw Allie, who was really Bethany at that point,
Mm-hmm.
because even though Allie and Bethany had similar fates, one was hit by Cece, the other one was hit by Mona. They just happened to go down the same damn way. Like,
Why did
let's be
Spencer
real.
have a shovel?
Because she was like, Allie, you're crazy. I'm on Adderall. I'm going to hit you. Right?
Way to
Yeah.
threaten a girl.
The only other thing about Bethany, too, that I'm really curious about, and obviously we still have so many things we have to uncover, Mrs. D had an affair with Bethany's father, but we
Is
still
that
don't
what
know.
we're
I don't think that
assuming.
that's even relevant, you
Yes,
guys, which is
it
the
is.
worst
It's
part.
so relevant because Mrs. D, I'm sorry, is she like straight up hoe? Like,
She
is she
is a
sleeping
straight up hoe.
with Mr. Hastings and
Yeah, but I feel like Bethany's dad really
Who
isn't
is
anybody.
Bethany's
He
dad?
sucks.
Whoever
It's
Mrs.
gotta
D
be
had
somebody.
an affair with matters, because maybe they killed her. We don't know.
Yes, who is
that
Bethany's
I
dad?
think
That's
that
driving me
matters.
insane. Who is Bethany's dad? Oh
Who
my
is
think it's
God.
Sarah's
Mr.
mom?
Hastings.
Who is Sarah Harvey?
Sarah Harvey. We haven't talked about
Harvey.
Sarah. Oh my
She
God.
apparently is
Ugh.
everybody, which is
I'm just gonna stay out
unreal.
here. I think that there's no room in there. I'm just gonna stay out
That's
here.
why I was like, oh hell
when
no.
that happened, I was like, oh.
Okay,
Are
so
we-
we
My
find out. I know
gosh.
exactly what you're
Yeah,
going to say, and
yeah.
I'm really happy you brought that up earlier. So we find out, just to recap, we find out that Sarah Harvey is Redcoat, hired by Cece because Cece had no idea Allie was alive, which is awesome, by the way. She actually didn't know. So
Right.
she thought that Allie was Redcoat, which she ended up being Redcoat. So she hired another Redcoat to be a decoy for the girls, right? Because the girls and Cece were both looking for Allie, which is kind of cool that everybody was kind of like, whoa, is Allie alive? We don't really know. So then she hires Sarah But then Shauna shows up, which, what?
They haven't explained.
Right.
Yeah.
And then the whole thing is blown. But that's how Cece finds out that Allie really is alive.
But two things, though, about Cece. First of all, really important, we don't know what the heck Cece and Allie's backstory is, so I guess they're going to
You mean Cece and Sarah?
Yeah, how they met.
Yes, I'm sorry, Cece and Sarah.
Yeah.
And then, but the second thing is, do we think Sarah Harvey is good and protecting
Wait,
the
hold
girls?
on. I'm going to get there.
Oh,
No worries, no
Oh,
worries.
good, no,
No, because I was going to say that makes it seem like Sarah was all for Cece, right? That makes it seem like Sarah was 100%
Team
working for
Cece.
Cece. But then when they showed Sarah being Black Widow, getting in the limo, and Sarah had this attitude like towards Cece, right? Leading up to them seeing Sarah in the hallway and Sarah being like, "Get out of here."
Yeah.
Then
and said to Emily, "I'm trying to protect you."
Right. So
trying to
then
protect
it's
you.
like maybe, just maybe, Stephanie, you are right. Maybe she really at this point
Right.
was trying to protect
I honestly
them.
think you're wrong, though, low key. Because why'd you start the bomb anyway?
was high key,
Like,
first of
I don't
all.
low key, high key. Been peep that you like me. I don't understand why she would start the bomb.
Maybe it was
if you
already
wanna,
set
like,
up. She look at her lair. I mean, she clearly had a lair from like
Yeah.
2025.
No, the bomb, I think, was set up by Cece. Cece was trying to kill everybody because she's
Yeah.
prey.
And maybe
then
Sarah was trying to
Sarah was
undo
double
it.
I'm just
teaming
mad about
Cece.
it. I'm mad that Sarah is red coat and black veil. Like,
I'm really happy
I
that
was kind of
Emily
into
punched
it.
her freaking lights out.
Wait, Marlene King. I got one for you. You said that Black Widow for a reason. Is Sarah married? Am I missing something?
She must be, because we don't know anything
Maybe.
about Sarah.
How could she be
Maybe.
married? She's only like been
Maybe
out of
she's
the
lying.
dollhouse for like a day.
But like, was
she
she
was
in the
never
dollhouse?
in the dollhouse.
And she
Guys,
likes girls.
that was fake. They pretended like Cece
So then
and
where
Sarah
did she
pretended
go?
She was, in the
She
dollhouse
was kidnapped.
so that it would show the girls that she was
So
innocent.
where did she go?
What do you mean?
She was kidnapped, you guys. She
Sarah
went missing
Harvey?
the same night that Allison went missing.
Maybe they planned
Sarah
that,
Harvey
though.
Yes.
Maybe they-
met up with her friend again for the first time in years. How are you guys forgetting that? Remember? Her friend's like, I haven't seen you.
She was
It was
working with
Cece.
Cece.
So you think that the whole kidnapping thing was fake?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she just gave up her entire life to go work with some random stranger?
I don't know why
To
they know
help
each
back
other.
to help
Backstory is
a
important.
girl
That's why
who
the
has an
backstory is
alter
important.
ego called A
We
to
don't
be
know
with
why
their
she
friends.
we don't know why they know
There has
each
to be
other.
a little bit more to that story.
There
There is. There's the whole backstory.
And
Yeah,
I
that we
know
don't
that
know.
they couldn't have given us
And
all the
Sarah.
answers
Yeah.
tonight.
Right.
Like, I get that, but I did need a little bit more to justify that Sarah was both red coat and
Right.
black veil, Black Widow, whatever you want to call her. Like, I'm not okay with that reveal at all. Like, I was really mad about it.
I like the
actually.
twist. Like, I think that the twist, like the way they revealed it, kind of blew my mind. So
It did,
I
it
liked
did.
it. Do I like that it's like we just met this girl a few weeks ago? I don't really know, but I
know.
love the way they revealed it. It really blew my mind.
Honestly, I'm gonna be real. Bethany pushing Mrs. Kavanaugh off the roof excited me
Yes.
10 times more than Sarah being Black
Yes.
Widow, red coat, or Cece.
When she
being A.
said, "I did it, you did it, you freak,"
I loved
died.
it. I was like, damn, this
I
girl,
died.
this
Who are
little
her
girl
parents?
is
Yeah.
freaking.
Who are
Why
her
is she
parents?
crazy?
Yeah.
Who's her family?
Super
I know,
psycho.
yeah, but she's dead, and Mona killed her. Like Mona
But
freaking killed
clearly
her.
Sarah was in Radley as well, like, because we know about her past, and like, I don't know, that obviously we need to figure that out.
What
Or-
about the?
Do we know she was in
so
Radley?
tired, you
Yeah,
guys.
I know.
I'm
Do we know
so
she,
tired.
I'm running on fumes here. Do we know that she was in Radley?
No, we
No,
don't.
I'm
but
just saying
she thinks she's
she
crazy.
had to have been just because she's crazy and her parents.
Maybe
are
that's how
crazy.
they met.
That's
Maybe
what
that's
I'm
their backstory.
thinking.
I don't know, yo. I'm
Okay.
like legitimately like, what the hell just happened?
Yeah.
Looking
flash forward.
forward, yes. So looking forward, the flash forward happens. Allison is married. She is Mrs. Rollins. Mrs. Rollins. She's
Roller.
a teacher.
Roller.
I looked at. I don't
It's
know.
Rollins.
Her
It's
cursive
not
was
roller.
yikes. I
thought it
couldn't
was a
tell.
R.
I think on IMBD, you guys were tweeting us. The character is Dr. Rollins, I believe.
Yeah,
So.
it's Rollins. I'm sorry, I don't know why you want it to be roller more than
thought I saw
Rollins.
It looks like an
Her cursive
ER.
was just a little off.
You just
Okay.
want it to
Cursive's
be
a
roller
little
diagonal.
diagonal.
We're
We're going. We're going.
Anyway, so we find out that Allison is now a teacher, and there is a man, a he, after her. Other things that we notice from the flash forward, Arya says, I know you did this to protect me. She's talking about Ezra. Emily sees Sarah Harvey in the graveyard. Hannah looks like she's pregnant, yo.
They all look hot.
They all
by
look
the way.
great.
They look freaking amazing. Allie's blonde hair is on point. I
Oh
love
my
how blonde
God.
it
Hannah's
was.
hair
I mean,
extensions.
I
Yeah,
can't wait
gorge.
to tune into, the second half of the season because I missed Caleb Ezra, Toby. I miss
Yep.
everyone this
Yes.
episode.
Yeah.
And we've never had a huge finale and not like had them in it.
Right. It
Who
was
do you
a
guys
little
think
weird.
was that girl in the graveyard? Or
I thought
the
it was Sarah
girl-
I think it
Girl
was
boy?
Sarah. It looked like Sarah. In the
Yeah, we
graveyard.
haven't seen it yet, you guys. Like, we haven't seen it up close, so we know
Yeah.
you have, and we know that you know who's in
Screenshot
the
it.
yeah, in the graveyard.
Screenshot it.
So screenshot and send it to us because we have no idea.
Yeah.
What was I gonna say? So the only thing that we can really gather from that flash forward is that somebody's after them all over again. Who it is, who the hell knows?
Well, at least we know it's a he. Maybe.
Or is it?
Or is it?
No, actually,
We don't
maybe.
know. We don't know.
I don't know.
He doesn't mean anything anymore. Like,
It
you
doesn't.
can't.
It really doesn't.
I'm sorry,
That's
you can't
true.
really base that off of
That is true.
anything. Is there anything else we need to talk about before we switch over your questions? I guess we could talk about Wilden. We all kind of knew he was sketchball from the beginning.
Right?
And Mrs. D was paying him the entire
Who
time.
can blame him though?
He started
I'm
out
just-
as remember how they said he was a security guard made into a police officer?
Yeah, who's just gonna walk away from? I mean, like, I guess I wouldn't be involved in a murder and like keep things hush hush, but like, he didn't kill anyone. He just kind of turned the
Yeah, but
other way.
because he covered it all up, so that's why he was like, he could get in huge trouble for
He's
doing
like,
that.
I was never here, ma'am. Cool, give me my $50,000, please.
Yeah, thanks.
Well,
Like,
at least Mrs. D
he's-
didn't have to sleep with him, like
That's
Mrs. Marin.
true.
Or did she?
Ooh, Mrs. D.
maybe Wilden is Bethany's dad.
Yeah, hey.
Oh, he's too young.
Yeah, he is too young. I
think,
wanted to go
right?
with it though. I wanted to go with
Dude,
it.
I honestly feel like at this point, Bethany is done. Like, I feel like we're never going to hear about her again, honestly.
Ugh, I would
Yeah,
hate
we
that.
are.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah, we
Who's
are.
her dad?
Who's your daddy?
Who's your daddy?
Dude, I don't even know. You guys, seriously, we got so much information. I feel like I have to write it
know,
all down
I
and
know.
dissect it. I can't. All right, we're going to take a little bit of a break, but when we come back, we're going to answer your questions, theories, comments. You guys have been saying the funniest things all
day.
night. I
all
can't handle
day.
it. The hashtag to use is hashtag PLLIS. If you guys are on YouTube right now, subscribe to stream.tv. Stick around after our after show wraps up tonight because Michael is in the freaking chat right now. You guys talking to everybody. He says you guys have a lot to say. So we're super excited to hear what you guys have to say about tonight's finale. I'm about to get the giggles so bad.
I know. I
We
know.
will be right back.
Just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live.
Just in case you missed it live.
Oh, just in case you missed it live.
In case you missed it live, I'm doing something right now.
So we're all super excited.
This is dancing.
So what would that be, like a 7?
I cannot. I literally cannot. You guys have got to get it together.
Don't hate the player, don't hate the game. Hate the contract you didn't get.
He's a coward. He's a giant chicken shit.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, it's gonna be like hurricane. Whoa.
Watch out for those girls. They are gagging them.
Hold the phone,
Hold on.
bro.
The more brutal you are, the more power you have.
Right.
That was sexy. It was hot. It was heated. I was into it.
You are gonna be the most high-paid hooker in the world.
Go ahead and invite your friends and everybody. Tell your mama. Tell her, go ahead and turn the stove off and get up on the computer so we can get on the stream.tv.
Thank you again for joining us, and until next week, bye-bye.
Hello. All right, you guys, we are back, ready to take some of your fan questions. We're super excited because you guys have so much to say, and a lot of the stuff that we've been asking, you've been asking too.
Right.
At Daniel_Whelan13 says, which past character do you hope will return in 6B?
Oh, jeez.
I mean, everyone is saying Maya.
No, Noel Kahn, guys. Up till the reveal, I was convinced it was Noel Kahn because of Marlene's shirt. It's no lie. I was like, oh my gosh, Anagram It's Noel.
Nova has been saying that since 9 o'clock this morning. She's like legitimately like, oh my gosh, you guys.
Because she's like,
remember? She's like, it is Noel.
It's Noel. It's Noel. It's Noel.
No, she was like, it's Noel. And we're like, there's one more I. It's Noli. She's like,
Noel.
it is Noel.
It is Noel. But I was so convinced I was going to be let down because Marlene and a bunch of other PLL cast were wearing like these shirts that said, like, you know, it's no lie. And I'm like, no, we know who it is.
So does that mean that that's leading to something that they're going to explain later with Noel, or was that purely diversion?
And I miss seeing Noel's face.
I mean, super hot, super sketchy though. Like
super sketchy. That's why I love it.
He had such a huge storyline, like especially in season 4.
Yes.
Season 4, it was like the Noel show. Yeah. Remember? It was like Lucas and Noel, both of them. It would be great to see the both of them. Melissa, Ren, all the people that we were so suspicious of.
Or Ian,
maybe he's not because his body disappeared.
No, I know we actually saw him dead. His body disappeared the first time, and then we legitimately saw him dead.
And Maya, did we say that? Maya.
I mean, you guys know how I feel about Maya. I love the girl. I wish she would come back, but apparently she's just dead too.
Yeah, peace out.
Daddy Long Legs _ says, who killed Mrs. D? So
I'm gonna say Mr. De Laurentiis.
I'm gonna agree.
I think he found out. Or I don't know, but he still acts surprised when he thought Charles was alive. I don't know.
I'm just gonna go with Bethany because she's a crazy maniac and she's killing everybody.
Okay.
Well, she was already dead.
No, I think Bethany's dead though.
Maybe Bethany's dead.
Maybe she's not dead.
Maybe Bethany's dad killed Mrs. D, and maybe you guys are right. Maybe Bethany's dad is somebody cool.
Thanks for digging me out of that hole.
Bethany's dad is Reverend what?
Oh,
Pastor Tom?
Yes, yes. No.
Well, I'm just bringing in like other guy characters that were on the show.
Great.
He was a good guy. Okay,
oh, poor guy with the cookie. Remember?
Oh my God, the cookie.
Yes, I don't think he would just leave a daughter and like not, spend.
I don't
time
know.
with
Remember,
her.
he made that awful proposal with that cookie. So
what are you talking about? That was adorable.
He doesn't make very good decisions. Clearly.
That was so cute.
That was so lame. Don't
he
ever
wanted
propose
to commit
with food.
to her. He wanted to commit.
Who proposes with
He's
food
older.
anymore?
Like,
Everyone knows older people proposing cookies. Hello.
Everyone knows.
I'm just gonna to whoever my future husband is. Don't put my cookie.
Oh,
or don't
mine's
put my
gonna
ring
be
in
extravagant.
A cookie.
Mine's gonna be extravagant. But hey, who doesn't like?
Unless you're putting my ring in like the fattest donut in the entire world.
See, that's cute, right?
All right. I don't know.
Let you choke and die.
SRW11220 says, rest in peace to the hashtag PLL moms who are still locked in the basement 5 years later.
I know. And that was such an awesome storyline last week. And then we clearly saw the girls, they were like, out of Radley or wherever they were, and they were like saying their goodbyes, and we never got closure on the moms.
Megan like loves the moms. You guys.
I know.
Moms, she's like, guys, the PLL parents, the moms.
Right.
They were so amazing in that last episode.
The best parents.
And then seeing that little glimpse was hilarious at the vent. I thought that was so funny.
Yeah, I wish that they would have said what happened to them, you know, because now it's like, it's really hard to pick up some of these things 5 years later. Like, previously on Pretty Little Liars, and it's like,
what if they're
they're coming out of the basement? Like,
I'm Sarah Harvey.
Oh,
now you're Sarah Harvey.
For 5 years, guys.
Oh, shame. All right, at Anaya _Santos 711 says, I think the girls are talking about at the end of the episode could be Lorenzo.
Ooh.
That she's married to?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Like, it might be.
Okay, when you said I thought you were going to say another person I really wanted to see, a past character, going back to that question, Eddie Lamb.
I thought that.
What happened to Eddie Lamb?
No, guys, I'm over Eddie Lamb.
I'm not. He has so many answers.
Well, where did he go? I just want to know what happened to him.
He was going to meet Ezra, and we never saw
Where'd he
him
go?
again.
Where'd he go?
He got smart and got the hell out of Rosewood.
Whatever.
Like,
he was going to meet Ezra. He asked Arya like a bunch of weird cryptic questions. He was going to meet him, and then he disappeared.
Yeah.
Just tell us, like, dude, you don't even have to explain it that much. Just tell us.
We still don't even know who was in the barrel.
We still don't know what happened to Pepe.
I think that we found that out.
We did.
Did we find out?
It was nothing. It was nothing.
No.
Well, it could have been something, but it was made of chemicals that would have
disintegrated. Disintegrated.
Thank you. Disintegrated. Anything that was in there. But maybe we did. My brain's on overload right now.
Your brain's disintegrating.
It is.
Yes. Okay. Rachel _Nelson says, What happened to Maya?
Bye, girl. Bye, girl.
Yeah.
Bye, girl.
Yeah. I'm
so
sorry.
over
I'm
her.
sick of it. I'm sick of
over
Maya.
her.
But we need to know why she died. But at the time she died,
No, I don't
Mona was A.
Yeah, well, Mona's just killing people left and right, huh?
That's all I got for you. That's
You
it.
looked like you were gonna say something else.
I thought I
You're
was,
like,
but
Mona was A. Like, it's like, I don't know what the hell else to say because we don't really know anything else about the poor girl.
Really
She
don't.
just croaked. We don't know so many things, you guys. She just croaked. She just died.
Yeah,
Like,
well, peace.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, is that what we're gonna start saying? Like,
dead
what
right now.
happened to
I'm
Pepe?
dead.
He just disappeared. What happened to Maya?
No,
She
they'll answer
just
you guys.
got
They're going to
murdered.
answer these.
They're
Too
gonna
many
answer,
people
it's
are
gonna
going
take
to
a
tweet
while.
about this stuff. There's no
Yeah.
way Marlene is not going to answer this
They
stuff.
gotta answer.
Exactly.
All right, at A_is_4_Alex says, why did Mona stay to hear the story? Do you feel bad for her? That is a really good question, actually. Why?
Wait, what?
Why?
Oh.
Why did she take off her jacket? All
She
of a
was
sudden?
like,
I need to
I
listen
need
to
to
the
get
story.
comfortable.
She was like, freaking drama. Like, this is nuts. I need a costume change. I need a costume change.
I think she stayed because essentially it was her game to start.
Yeah.
So
And
she
Yeah.
needed to listen to the rest of the story
she
because
was like,
I would've
this
peaced out.
bitch stole the entire thing from me. She took advantage of me when I was high out of my mind.
Yeah.
I need to hear what the hell she was doing.
That's crazy, though. I would have been so gone.
I've been
I
so
would have
mad.
been so freaking gone.
I didn't understand why the girls actually didn't stay.
Yeah, she was
because
like, okay,
this
fine,
is the person,
Mona, stay safe. It's like, girl's gonna die if you leave
How
her
is
here.
Mona supposed to explain to Allie? Like, Mona was the one who picked up Allie from her dad's, like, cabin. Like, oh, yeah, I tried to kill you, but I accidentally
right.
killed Bethany. Like,
No, I disagree.
Yeah.
I think the girls should have stayed and Mona should have stayed. Everyone
Yeah.
should have stayed because this is someone who's been tormenting them forever. Don't they kind of want to find out the full
Right.
story?
No, I would have peaced
So
out.
you die.
I
or
No, but
whatever.
didn't they not want to stay because they knew they were going to get blown up?
Yeah, but I
Yeah.
don't care. Still, curiosity should win
Oh,
out.
but if you're going to die, girlfriend,
Yeah, how about your life?
you
we
peace
talk
out.
about
No, the buzzy
Mona's
didn't
freaking
work.
stilettos. Like,
Oh, yeah, I love those.
Guys,
those are
we
so
all
classy.
need a weapon in our stilettos.
Those were so hot. I love
need
it.
those shoes.
Those are amazing.
Michael was like, "Is that a knife?" No, it was her shoe.
It was
Well,
her
no, it was a
shoe.
knife in the heel, right?
She took it off. She was like,
Oh,
yeah,
wait,
she
it
was, she was
was?
like, yeah, it was
It
in
was
the
like
heel.
a metal spike
Yeah.
for a heel. And
Hello,
then she
Mission
broke.
Impossible.
She broke the lair. All right, at Kix1008 says, so who of the liars has a twin? I'm so confused. Right? You guys were still...
Yeah, I guess there is
Does
no
it
twin
necessarily
theory.
have to be one of the liars? Is
No.
that a thing? I didn't know it had to be one of the liars.
No. And maybe how Cece was like almost like we were twins. Like maybe
Yeah.
that was it.
I think
Yeah.
that could have been it. Yeah.
At this point, I think it might have been.
Yeah, I can't anymore.
Okay, you have to give it to them. There is no possible way they're going to answer all the questions. They're not going to be able
There's
to.
just so much. There's
Well,
just so
they'll
much.
answer the big ones that people are tweeting about because otherwise fans will be mad.
Well, especially, I forget, and bless their heart, whoever tweeted us this, but someone made up a really good point that Toby, there was a flashback with Toby meeting with his mom, and he was like 15 years old, but
Maybe
clearly...
it could have been a fantasy in his mind. Like that's
She would've
very
been
dead.
possible.
Yeah,
But
No, Toby's mom died when Toby was a teenager.
No,
They
but what
talked
do you
about
mean?
it. He died. Marion died when Toby was a teenager. They
I know,
talked
but
about
it
it.
clearly affected Toby, and even Spencer had a moment tonight where she was crying for Toby because she was like, "Oh my gosh," he felt like she killed herself, or
They had
she
moments.
left
Right,
him.
but he had a flashback.
But he would have been a baby at that point.
Yeah, but so maybe he's just like viewing himself older, like, oh, here's my mom, you know, like maybe he's just fantasizing.
No,
about,
because
like,
Dr. Palmer, I'm sorry, but like Dr. Palmer was also talking to who he thought was Marion. Remember when he thought Spencer was Marion? When Spencer was at Radley, Dr.
Yeah.
Palmer had Alzheimer's and he was like, is Toby coming to visit you today?
Yeah.
Like Toby wasn't a child. He was old enough
Yeah.
at that point. That doesn't make sense to me.
Okay, well, get on it, Marlene.
Yeah, yeah.
Get on it, girlfriend.
Girlfriend. All right, you guys. So we have like what, 4 or 5 months before we're back here.
Oh my God,
Talk
that's
all
so
about-
crazy.
So this is what we need from all of you. You have things you want to talk about. We know that you do because we have stuff that we need to talk about too. What do you guys need in the break from now until January 2016 that's going to keep your PLL fix going? Sure, some of you are disappointed. We understand. But we are here for you because we have a lot of questions too.
Yep.
So we have to band together, honestly. And if it means that we sit here and talk about all the questions that didn't get answered, I am so down to do that.
Yeah.
Are you guys down to do
Yeah,
that?
I'm down to do
that.
Totally.
Side note, if you are trying to fill your downtime, feel free to watch our Rosewood Funk video.
Yeah,
exactly.
No, that's so.
Hell
I know
yeah.
now we know who Charles is, but you know that's okay. It's still a great music
great,
video.
yeah.
Still watch it.
It's a music
But yeah,
video.
give us suggestions
Oh, guys,
of what you want to
wait,
see.
one more thing. I know we have to wrap up, but how sketch was it that they called out Detective Tanner tonight and that she was
Yeah.
possibly working with I just had
No,
to say that.
I didn't buy into that though.
You
I didn't buy into that.
buy
They,
into that.
that was before they found out that Sarah.
Yeah, they were
was
trying to
Sarah.
show about Sarah, not anything
Sarah
about
was
her.
Sarah.
Wrap
Yeah.
the show without bringing up
Yeah.
Detective Tanner.
Yeah, you know how much we love her, but
Yeah.
seriously, I wish that she was in this episode too, because I just kind of wish like all these people that have been a part of this storyline the past couple episodes were in
I
this
basically
episode.
can't wait to see what the next episode
Yeah.
is.
Yeah,
It's
it's
like-
gonna
we
be
have 5
super
months to
exciting.
wait.
No
That's it.
cliffhanger my butt, dude, because
Right.
I have so many questions. This is a pretty big cliffhanger if you ask
Yeah.
me. So let us know what you guys want to see. Is it theories? Is it who is he? Is it who freaking killed Mrs. D? Like, just tell us and we will answer everything for you.
Yeah.
The hashtag to use is hashtag PLLAS. If you're watching live right now, get on YouTube. Michael is there waiting for all of you. He's going to keep the chat going in just a few seconds. Anything else you guys need to talk about? Like, we are going to be on Twitter all night.
All night long.
day
All 6 months.
tomorrow.
All 6 months we'll be there tweeting you guys.
There's absolutely no way that we could piece together all of this on our own.
Right.
We just want to say we love you all. Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for your support.
Seriously
You are
do.
all seriously the best in the world. and
Another
we appreciate
beautiful
you so
summer
much.
at the stream.tv, y'all.
Here we go, guys. I
believe
love
that.
all of you
It's been
too.
a year.
by
I
the
love
way.
all you guys. I can't
Love
believe
you
we
so
get along so
much.
well. I
Oh
love
my
you guys.
gosh, almost forgot. That freaking video tonight, you guys.
Oh my God, you guys made us.
We
Caitlin,
cried.
Shelby,
We cried.
you guys, seriously.
And
we are-
everyone that took part in the video making those
We are
little
going
clips.
to 100% find out every single person that sent in a video for that video or helped make that video happen because we were in tears, legitimately.
Literally.
I don't cry very often.
You're
I
all
cry all the
great.
time, but I
don't.
was crying. a lot.
Literally cried last week.
That was the best
You
gift
did
you guys
too.
could have given us.
Just
Thank
lie.
you.
Yeah, no, seriously though, you guys, honestly, thank you so much. But yeah,
oh my God.
we ready?
All right,
gosh,
guys,
this is
here
like
we go.
our
Last
gasps
one
are
for a while.
appropriate. This is like their, oh my God,
know.
Cece is
Okay,
gasp.
1, 2, 3.
Hey liars, for more Pretty Liars The After Show, click that subscribe button to the stream.tv.